Hello everyone, Wait on the Welding, Mr. Ullman coming back at you today. Today's project, we're going to make a work table out of some old plate and scraps that we have laying around here. It's going to be about a 5x5 here. It's not going to be perfect. We're cutting it out of scrap metal. I'm going to make the legs out of a 6x6 by 1/4 inch angle iron. I know that sounds big, but that's what I got on hand. And it'll make a good table legs for a large table, especially putting a lot of weight on it. I'm gonna make this table about 37 inches tall. Most work tables are not that tall. They're around 34 to 36, but I'm gonna make this a little bit taller because I'm a little bit taller and I don't like my neck getting sore at the end of the day. The piece of metal that we're gonna be using has an odd shaped circle cut out of the end of it. I might keep that on there, I might not, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna just cut that off probably in this area. Now what we're gonna do here with these angle iron legs is I want to put a wood shelf under this table. And to do that, I'm gonna arrange these angle irons in a certain sequence, whereas I can use these back ones as a stop for the wood that goes there. It won't be pushed further back, but yet it'll be slide straight evenly off the front here. My piece of wood that I cut will just be a rectangular instead of having to notch these edges out for it, or for me to have something slide in and out easily without the edges of the angle iron grabbing it. Okay, so that's what today's project is going to be. May take a couple days, but I'm going to incorporate it all into one video. So make sure we're checking back. It's a work table. Average size is about 5x5. We're going to make the legs out of 6x6 1/4 inch angle iron, and the table's going to be about 37 inches tall. All right, this is the piece of steel that I'm going to use to make the tabletop. That's going to be my tabletop. As you can see, it's about 5 foot deep and about almost 6 foot, but if you take that curve into play here, we're going to be close to about 64 inches, a little over 5 foot. That's not a problem for me. I might keep that in there, I don't know. And our legs that we're going to use today are these 6x6 angle iron pieces. They're a little bit long. Cut them down to 37 inches. And we're going to start on the second half. Here we're going to cut the materials for the table. We're going to use Oxyfuel cutting for that today. Normal pressures, 5 to 8 on the acetylene, 45 to 60 on your oxygen, and got a good, nice, clean tip. We're going to cut these 4 legs for the table, and then we're going to cut that little edge off on the table here too. Make sure you got all your PPE, safety glasses, shade 4, nice thick gloves, and your body's completely covered. Oh yeah, that's gonna cut. Got these marked at 37 inches here. I'm cutting on the other side of the line. got this on, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this line off here. I decided I wanted to keep that other piece over there. Now this piece on the bottom here is a little bit rusted, so it might do some popping. Just be careful. All right, got the legs cut. I went ahead and grinded some of that surface corrosion off down on the table bottom, so I know where these pieces are going to go. It's just a general roundabout idea where they're going to be. Remember, always prep your base metal as best you can. A little pro tip here: always use your factory edge if you can't get a good square cut. You saw me cut these with the Oxyfuel. I grinded the other sides, cleaned them up, but also went ahead and cleaned these up. I'm gonna use these factory edges to attach it to the table bottom, and then I'll come back and put some plates on the bottom so it won't be pushed down into the dirt. Nothing serious. I'm gonna be stick welding these. I'm gonna get them set up in position and get them tacked up before welding. All right, today I'm running my Ranger 250 GXT here. That's a portable machine, all tucked in unit, made by Lincoln Electric. I'm running 7018s today, 1/8, so I'm going to set this thing on about 130 max amps. Okay, and I'm gonna set this fine control adjustment knob on about 8. I like it about on 8. That's kind of hot. It's kind of hot for vertical, but if you're welding anything thick, I like to weld 1/2 inch stuff like that. So I just like to keep it hot like that. I dropped down to a 332. I still burn it hot, but I'll just turn it down in this range in here. Most time on my verticals, 1/8, I'm running it right in here somewhere. Just don't have a fine controlled digital adjustment like some of your Millers and some of your newer Lincolns do. But that's what we're gonna be using today with 7018 1/8. All right, like I said, using 7018s today. 7018 1/8. These are made by Forney. Just picked them up at the local Ace Hardware. I was out of them Lincolns, and you can look here on the rod too. They are got the classification number on them. Remember, your 70 is what? 70,000 tensile strength. Your 1 is a position, all right, which is all position except for downhill in the 7018, and 8 is a flux makeup of your compound. Okay, which means it's a low hydrogen electrode. Over here, I've got your legs tacked in place here. They just tacked squared up. In fact, that's pretty square there. It's still holding up pretty good. All right, good. So, and I'm going to connect these with some cross members here and in here along the back and back across the front. Probably one in the front here too to keep the piece of wood from bowing down on me. And then once I get all that tacked in place, and then I'll slowly come back in and make one weld on each leg. Come up here and make some on the cross members, go back down and take a leg and do that, because I don't want the table warping or bending with me as I put all this thing together. And if that's the case, I'll have a crooked top table with BBs and everything else, will roll off and won't be able to square up any trinkets or whatnots that I want to do here in the future. So I want to jump around, keep the heat input to a minimum. It's almost like chain stitching, chain welding, when you jump around, you alternate, and that's what we're going to do, especially as hot as it is out of here today. So we just keep jumping around with that. All right, we got the cross spaces up for the shelf under the bottom. We got those tied in and tacked in. And some spots, a couple of those small short welds on there. And we're going to get ready to put some welds on these corners. All right, got it all tacked and finished welding up on the bottom side anyway. Got a lot of 7018 welds there, probably 7 inches long. I did mostly flats today. I'm gonna turn them over and weld some more. When we turn it over, I'll finish up and weld the rest of the flats on the top side, and so that way we'll have some some welds on both sides of it here. I don't believe I'm going to weld in here. I don't think that's going to do us any good. I think it's just going to waste more time and welding rod. So we got the base in. I'm gonna flip it up tomorrow. I'm gonna put a couple shots of paint on it and turn it over tomorrow and finish it up. All right, so this is it. This is what's finished product of the table here. Got the vise mounted on it. I like that I kept that little edge, so I still got a complete 5x5 area here. Basic welds, you know, basic lap joints in the flat positions. You know, remember we turned it over and did these flat, not overhead. Right now I just got those angle iron pieces under there to keep it from being pushed down into the dirt. Probably going to move this table to another location, but it's so heavy. You know, that's 1/2-inch steel there, and it being so heavy, I can't pick it up, can't move it. Had to actually use the truck to flip it over. So I like it. It's going to be a nice addition to the workshop. Check your D2L. Make sure you watch the video. We'll have a quiz following this of what type of welds, what welding rods was used, what welding machine was used, etc. The size, overall size dimensions of the table, and then the actual material that we use to make the legs and frame for. Okay. All right. Thank you.